Well, it says we're live. Live. Let's get some coffee and listen to some Natalie.
Coffee time, my dreamy friend, it's coffee time. Let's listen to some jazz and rhyme and have a cup of coffee. Let me show a little coffee house I know where all the new bohemians go to have a cup of coffee. Greeting time, the music box is beating time. It's good old-fashioned meeting time. So grab a chair and dig me there, 'cause that's just the place that I'm at. Coffee time. My dreamy friend, it's coffee time. Let's sing this silly little rhyme and have a cup of coffee. Hey, greeting time. That music box is beating time. It's good old-fashioned meeting time. So save me a chair. I'll see you there. 'Cause that's just the place that I'm at. Coffee time. My dreamy friend, it's coffee time. Let's sing this silly little rhyme and have a cup of coffee. We'll have a cup of coffee. Just a little bit of Java. Yeah, we'll have a cup of Joe. Don't you know? 'Cause it's coffee
It's
time.
time to drink some coffee. Sip on some coffee, wake up, get some things started for the day and all that jazz. Hope all is well, swell, and totally hip and groovy in yo neck of the woods. Just getting around, sipping some coffee, waking up. So, yeah, I didn't sleep too well last night. Had a lot on my brain, a lot on my mind once again. It seems like that's the norm again lately. I don't want it to be the norm. I have a lot on my brain, but I don't know. I don't know. And it's good coffee. Good coffee. It seems like here lately I seem to overread things and maybe think too deep on things and jump the gun, as they say. Jump the gun. Maybe I overread things. I don't know, man. I don't really know. So who knows? What's going on out there. I need more coffee though. I need to wake up. Like I said, I didn't sleep well last night. It's a lot on my brain. Hey, good morning, Brother Craig. Hope all is well, swell, and totally hip, and groovy in your neck of the woods. Yes, happy Tuesday, my brother man. Happy Tuesday. Thanks for listening in. I'm just trying to wake up. All that jazz. Here's a little Water Love by Dire Straits. I definitely need some of that.
All around, sky up above. Yes, I need a little water of love. I've been too long lonely and my heart feels pain. Crying out for some soothing rain. I believe taking up. Yes, I need a little water of love. Water of love, deep in the ground, but there ain't no water here to be found. Someday, baby, when the river runs free, it's gonna carry that water of love to me. There's a bird up in a tree, sitting up high, just waiting for me to die. If I don't get some water soon, I'll be dead and gone in the afternoon. Water of love, deep in the ground, but there ain't no water here to be found. Someday, baby, when the river runs free, it's gonna carry that water of love to me.
Sometimes that water can't get here fast enough, you know?
Once I had a woman I could call my own. Once I had a woman, now my woman, she gone. Once there was a river, now there's a storm. You know it's evil when you're living alone. Water of love, deep in the ground, but there ain't no water here to be found. Someday, baby, when the river runs free, it's gonna carry that water of love to me.
Thank you, Brother Craig. Got your coffee. That's what I'm doing. I'm sipping on my coffee, trying to wake my brain up. That's a little Dire Straits there. Little Dire Straits, Water of Love. Like I said, I don't think water can get to my neck of the woods fast enough. I really, really don't. You know, here lately, it seems like life is really trying to teach me some sort of a valuable lesson, whatever that lesson is. Or maybe it's just trying to, I don't know. I really don't know. It seems like my life is a little on the lost side to certain aspects of certain things, I guess. And I guess what I'm trying to say is I can't speak for everybody else. I can only speak with what I've done and what I've witnessed and what I've gone through in life. So I'm not speaking for everybody else, and if it's a pretty, jaded way of looking at things, I apologize. But it really jacks with a person when they're trying to deal and come to some sort of understanding of failure, like certain aspects of failure when it comes to things like relationships and all that jazz. And my biggest issue is boiling down to where I'm really starting to feel like that in quite a bit of ways. Yeah, I mean, I live in a VW bus. I live simply, and I like that. That makes me happy. But sometimes you kind of want to share that happiness and that grooviness with somebody else. And sometimes you come across that somebody else that either don't understand or they purposely or non-purposely toy with you. And when that happens, especially after somebody who's come from a failed marriage, it makes them question themselves. I thought long and hard on how long I wanted to take a break from YouTube. And it's not because I'm tired of YouTube. It's not because of my friends or the people I interact with. It has nothing to do with that. It's really, really difficult to put positive light out there when yourself don't feel as positive as normal. But at the same time, I document my life around this van, this bus, this Volkswagen, my life around it. Because someday I'm going to look back on all this and just be kind of at wonder. Because I already live in wonder. Like my friend Eric Sapperson travels this great country talking about living here. You know? Most of my days I spend living in wonder. But like I said, life is sweeter. To me, it is when you're sharing that with somebody else. That's what's on my mind this morning. You know, I talk about what's on my mind here in the mornings. And like I said, I thought long and hard how long I wanted to take an intermission from YouTube, because I'm still trying to gain my balance and understanding of things. Let's grab some more coffee. But you know, I look back at all the friends I've made here on YouTube and the things they do for me. And that's really what keeps me trucking, man. Like it does. Thank you, brother, man. Like I said, I'm just documenting, you know, my life, basically what I'm doing. And a lot of people like wonder why I do it or wonder why I share my life with the world. And it's because of this little Volkswagen bus, man. Like, that's why. Why not share it with the world? And like I said, YouTube is a little bit like my therapy. You know, I talk about it. And sometimes I get ahead of myself. Sometimes I just get mixed up in too much talking. But I like talking. I like talking to my friends. And it's basically free therapy, right? You agree, man? That's cool. Thank you, Brother Craig. But yeah, that's what's on my mind this morning. Like that's why I thought long and hard about continuing doing YouTube while I'm trying to figure out once again my balance in certain things. It's like, and I can't go into too much detail. I really, really can't because this really involves somebody really close about quite a bit. But it's amazing how what a difference a year can make. Like it's amazing. I'm going to officially call it right here because it is Last a Cup call today, the 29th of January, 2018. Maxwell, the coffee maker. Thanks for doing your duty. I'll see you tomorrow, man. What's funny was last Friday, my boss, my supervisor, and I had a nice long discussion, and he was talking about how he likes those shows that have people that live off the grid. They live away from the bull snot, all that jazz. They're self-sufficient. They don't rely on anybody but themselves. And maybe that's just in my destiny someday. It really feels like it. It does. Like, I would be much better off away from society, way out in the middle of the woods somewhere, in my VW bus in a cabin and just in the mountains. Not so much. I'll just miss YouTube. I would miss doing the live streams every day. It's the only thing I would miss. But everything else, like, I think I could do without, man. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's in my books. Eventually just go live off in the woods somewhere. I've always been, a nature person, a survivalist, a nomad, a gypsy, a hippie. I definitely come off as being weird to most females. A strange weird, they say, a good weird, but still. Brother James. Brother James, man. Good morning, my friend. Hope all is well, swell, and totally hip and groovy with you. Brother James. Oh, aloha. Aloha. Brother James. Brother James is my good friend that I work with at the warehouse. He's probably the only one that I'm very close with at the warehouse. So, he's a good guy. Good friend. I'm very grateful for him letting me stay on his driveway at those times. Thank you, brother man. Had to look closely. I was like, James. I was just yip-yapping about how maybe someday, and it's maybe in my cards, maybe I'm just destined to go live off in the woods somewhere. Yeah, James is a good friend of mine. He's sure seen me go through some stuff at work. He can see it on my eyes and my face. I'm letting the old wheels in my brain get to me. And I try to think about the Eagle song, don't let the wheels drive you crazy, just take it easy. And I try so hard. So we're cruising into that hour, that time, getting close. Here on the 29th. The 29th of January 2018. It's amazing. It's already the 29th. We got 2 more days after today left in this month. 2 more days. And then it's going to be a whole new month. Whole new way of doing things. It's like every month brings us a new slate, you know? I know I get out there on the turmoil of my life and whatnot. I let the best of life get to me sometimes. We all do. But the one thing I stay focused on is I count my blessings day and night. I do. And that's all we can do, you know? Count our blessings and take one day at a time. So here's a little bit of Sage and Spirit by the Grateful Dead. Thank you, Brother James, for hanging out this morning in the old V-Dub bus. I look forward to hanging out with you at work and seeing you. I do appreciate you just checking in on me when you can and just asking how I'm doing. Those words alone are more meaningful than a lot of things. Brother Craig, thanks for hanging out, my brother. My super YouTube brother from a super duper mother. Thanks for hanging out, man. And being my groovy supporter and friend. And for all my wonderful friends, I'll be showing up through the day and hanging out and all that groovy jazz. And my new supporters. Thank you to my friend Toby over there at the Lakeside Grill in Ponca City, Oklahoma for sending some really groovy supporters and subscribers my way. It's my life in and around the old V-Dub bus. Yes, you'll see me in a few, my brother. And wishing you a most excellent groovy day too, Craig. You and your little family. That was a little Sage and Spirit by the Grateful Dead. You guys have a most excellent Tuesday. As always, be kind to one another as much as you can. Even though some people get at you, some people do things to you, just try to do and go about it as kind as you can. Even myself got to keep that in focus and live by the way I talk about. And be grateful for every single moment of the day. The weird moments, the crazy moments, the turmoil moments. It's all a big test of this great life. What makes us just makes us stronger, you know, and what don't kill us makes us stronger. That's what I'm trying to say. Peace, love, and Volkswagen grease.